A blustery Midwest winter has given way to baseball weather in South Bend, just in time for Notre Dame's home opener. Today, it's the Valparaiso Beacons making the one-hour trip east to visit the Fighting Irish. Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Tyler Reedy, along with Cesar Sanchez. And Cesar, both these teams glad to be back here in Indiana after long season opening stints outside their home state.
Yeah, it's the first game in the state of Indiana for either team. The Irish are coming off 17 straight games on the road and actually just got back Monday morning at 1:30 a.m. from Wake Forest. They're happy to hit a 9-game homestand here at Frank Eck starting today.
Here's a look at the Valpo starting lineup. Beacons have returned over 80% of their hitting production from a season ago, including an all-conference first-teamer in Nolan Tucker.
Tucker sits in the two-hole, hitting .383 so far in the year with a massive .525 on-base percentage. The redshirt sophomore led the Beacons in hitting last year with the highest single-season batting average since 2010 for Valparaiso.
And opposing them for the Irish, it'll be freshman right-hander David Lally making his second career start this afternoon.
His first start came last weekend for the Irish against St. Joseph, in which he pitched 2 2/3 innings and only gave up 1 earned run. A big key for him today will be control with 7 walks so far and only 5 innings.
And meanwhile, it's a special day for Notre Dame first-year head coach Sean Stifler as he manages his very first game at Frank Eck Stadium.
Stifler comes in after a decorated 10 years at VCU. He led his squads to 3 conference regular season championships and 3 NCAA tournament berths. He brings a decorated staff with him and has big long-term plans of building consistent success for the Irish in South Bend. And we had the chance to talk with Coach Stifler about coaching his first game in South Bend. He said he was excited to be home and said the first pitch would be a hair-raising moment for him. He is thrilled to be a part of the Notre Dame community.
Stifler named the head coach on July 12th, 22nd head coach in Notre Dame history after Link Jarrett departed for his alma mater, Florida State.
Welcome back. Here's the Notre Dame lineup. Looks a bit different from what it was to start the month as both the graduate outfielders Jack Ziska and Brooks Coetzee open the series on the bench.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing Preisner, Putz, and Martinez in this lineup. This team is really led by strong veteran presence. Graduate students here really have led the lineup all year long. See how they can try to provide some oomph against a top team like Virginia today.
And for the Hoos, it never hurts to have a crafty veteran towing the slab on a Friday. Right-hander Brian Edgington plays that role today.
Yeah, really solid pitcher, strong Friday starter for them. Had a really strong outing, had kind of a rough outing last time. 4 innings, gave up 5 earned runs in the most recent time, but he has really led this team in many ways, in strikeouts, innings pitched, and ERA. See if he can bring it back together this time.
Been a long journey for Edgington to get here. He began his college career back in 2018 at St. Joseph's, but needed surgery on his labrum during his freshman season, then went to Mercer Community College during his recovery period, and then transferred to Elon for the last 3 years, and now here he is with Virginia, getting the Friday start, his 10th of the season. Best pitch is his splitter, but his best weapon overall might just be his experience and intellect out there on the hill. He'll face TJ Williams, Zach Preisner, and Carter Putz to get it started. Williams, the center fielder, went 4 for 8 in Notre Dame's 2 midweek victories over Valparaiso and Western Michigan on Tuesday and Wednesday, respectively. And the first pitch he sees is just off the plate, firm fastball for ball 1.
TJ Williams really dominated recently, rose his batting average nearly 50 points over the last 3 weeks or so. You can see it here, 400 batting average, 2 home runs in the last 10 games. Really showing out.
And he gets on one, drives it down the left field line toward the pole, and that one is foul.
Got all of that one, just a fraction of a second too early. Just pulled it a little bit foul. He's getting all in it, and that's really the confidence that you've been seeing in the most recent games. Really driving the ball, providing a really solid approach to the plate. That's why he's in the leadoff spot.
1-1 pitch, rides up and in. Williams turns away from it. 2-1 count. TJ Williams, 3 consecutive 2-hit games and 2 doubles during that stretch. Belted 4 home runs on the season, and that's his biggest power window right down that left field line. As the 2-1 pitch is upstairs.
TJ Williams, really a dominant threat from multiple approaches to the game. Solid speed threat at the top. Also top 10 in the nation in sacrifice bunts. Really provides a variety of options here with power, speed, and baseball IQ.
Edgington usually doesn't toss a whole lot of walks, but he puts Williams on with the free pass to get started for Notre Dame's offense. That's the 16th walk issued by Edgington this year. Now here comes Zach Preisner, the shortstop.
Preisner made a great play in the first inning, get the out at home, making a diving play to his right. See if he can try to take that momentum into this at-bat.
TJ Williams has plenty of speed at first, but hasn't swiped a bag since March 14th. First pitch to Preisner. Nice frame job behind the dish from Kyle Teal, strike one. Preisner playing in his 197th career game. Went 2 for 7 in Notre Dame's midweek contests and has hit safely in 9 of his last 10. Had 3 base knocks on Sunday at Clemson. Notre Dame lost that series over the weekend at Clemson. Both teams in their most recent ACC action suffered series losses. Virginia at home against Pittsburgh. Another throw over is late, but for the Cavaliers, they dropped the first 2 games. Close ones on Friday and Saturday, but bounced back with an 8-5 victory on Sunday. And Coach O'Connor said that might just be the biggest victory of the year so far for Virginia, just because it's so important to see how your team responds. And Virginia did so well late in the weekend as Preisner hits one in the air to right center, but it hangs up out there. And just at the last moment, Casey Sauke cuts off O'Donnell in the gap. 1 down.
Good communication there. O'Donnell thought that he had it, made a long run to try and get there, but kind of just lost it a little bit in the sun, maybe a little bit of a stumble. Sauke there to really provide some help out. Good communication there in a tough situation.
So now it's Carter Putz, the graduate first baseman.
Putz is a true leader of this team, team captain the past few years. 81 hits last year, most since Trey Mancini in 2013.
Ethan Anderson, first baseman, has to jump over Williams as he receives yet another pickoff throw. Carter Putz has started every single game for Notre Dame since the beginning of 2021. Such a reliable force on both sides of the diamond for this Irish team as he takes strike one on the outside. Putz 5 home runs on the season. Notre Dame's team leader with 23 runs batted in. As he goes after the 0-1, tailing low and away, sends it back foul, and he's behind 0-2.
Putz is a really consistent threat at the plate. Leads the team in RBIs and batting average. One of the tops also in walks. Not an easy out to get, always ready, and seen a lot of pitches, so he has that experience that really helps him in every approach.
Here's the 0-2. Fastball running back over the plate. Putz sends it foul once again. Virginia defensively leaving the left center field gap wide open with the outfield.
Kind of interesting approach. Putz has a decent amount of power if he tries to pull it right there. That could also provide a little bit of space for Williams to get around the bases if it goes all the way out.
Virginia and Brian Edgington making sure that Williams can't get too large of a lead. And another throw over. These ACC series, winning in the margins can be so important. And extra bases can be a major factor in that. Another foul tip from Carter Putz. He's staying alive up there on the 0-2 count.
Good to just grind out this at bat. Notre Dame really needs to be able to get to the bullpen, knock Edgington out here. Edgington really can provide a dominant threat with that splitter that's really tough to hit. If Putz is able to just work up that pitch count, might be able to help out later in this game and later in the series.
Edgington appears to be having a jewelry problem. It's the chain he wears that he needs to readjust for a moment out in front of the mound, but now it looks like he's got everything back together. This Virginia team leads the nation in strikeouts looking. As a pitching staff, 131. They have 384 total punch-outs. top 15 in the country. And again, Edgington will make sure that Williams isn't looking too hard at second base.
Edgerton and Anderson doing a really good job of keeping Williams over at first base. They've been really providing a lot of deceptive moves. Anderson's providing quality tags. It's been an interesting game of cat and mouse.
Another 0-2 downstairs. Good leave from Putz. We'll see if he can battle just like Virginia's two-hitter Ethan O'Donnell did. Fouled off a couple pitches, took a close one, and doubled to the right field wall to set up UVA's first run. Carter Putz looking to do the same, facing the two-strike situation. Another 1-2. He reaches, grounds it to second. Godbout to short. O'Farrell on to first, and that's a double play. Pitcher's best friend gets Edgington out of the first, and the Cavaliers have a 1-0 lead headed to the second.
1 ball, 2 strikes for Ziska, who was strong against the Beacons last year. In the 2 games against Valparaiso, he homered and drove in 4. Looks out on the diamond and sees Putz at third, Penny at second. On a walk and a double. 1-2 pitch. He lines that one deep to left field, headed out to the wall. Goodbye! Up above the scoreboard, Jack Ziska. 3-run home run to give the Irish a 4-2 lead.
On that list. Here's the 2-2 from Healy. Pitch number 111 and a strikeout. 7 innings, 2 runs allowed. What a job by Healy on this Sunday in South Bend. One upstairs, 2-2. Healy has not pitched 6 innings this year. His max 5 against North Carolina. And Stark, you referenced earlier, he gave up 4 earned runs, struck out 6. And a fly ball right field, tailing toward the corner. Gumpf is on the move, and that is gone! Anthony Stefan takes it right down the line for the home run, and here comes Virginia. It's a 4-2 game. Jack O'Connor sets up for his 70th pitch of the afternoon, with Zach Preisner waiting on deck. Here it comes. Williams golfs it to shallow left center field, and a diving catch by Harrison Didowick. Welcome to the series, young man. 2 down.
Heck of an effort out there. Got a really good jump off that shallow pop fly that had him drift all the way to the left center gap. Lost his glasses in the midst of it. Tough play for a lefty out there, coming across your body to make the diving effort. But a big out number 2 now.
Zach Preisner hunting the first pitch. Sends it back foul for strike 1. He's 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout. And he came up in this exact same spot in the second inning with a man on second base and 2 down, punched out. And on 0-1, he falls behind 0-2. A little bit of late life on that fastball outside from O'Connor. Oh, 2, back up the middle. Preisner makes no mistake this time, and with Neary coming home, he'll give the Irish a 4-0 lead.
Last opportunity for Valparaiso to remain above 500. Beacon sit at 7-6. Notre Dame looking to pick up victory number 10 on the year and get to 10-8. 0-1 pitch. On the ground, Preisner, sliding stop, gets up, throws to first in time. A dazzling play to end the game, and Notre Dame wins it 8-4.